Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you for watching this video. Please introduce myself. My name is Panji. I am lecturer at SHARIA Faculty, Universitas Islam Bandung, West Java, Indonesia. The range of the topic in presentation is law and ethics in terms of Islamic perspective. And the title of this presentation is The Construction of Musyarakah Mutanaqishah or MMQ contract in the Fatwa of National Sharia Board Indonesian Ulama Council number 73 DSN-MUI year 2008, which is submit to Social and Humanities Research Symposium or SoRes 2020 is organized by Universitas Islam Bandung. My presentation consists of 5 sections. Firstly, introduction. Secondly, problem identification. Thirdly, research method. Fourth, discussion. And finally, conclusion. Now, I am begin to introduction. Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract is a contract that is not specifically known in low number of concerning Sharia banking, but it's an extension of the Musyarakah contract. The emergency of this contract is because of the high society needs to one property of other object. Meanwhile, the society themselves do not have cash on those objects. Therefore, to buy those properties of other objects, the customer must request and submit an application for financing the Sharia banking under the name of Musyarakah Mutanaqishah financing. Musyarakah Mutanaqishah financing contract is included in the Al-Uqud Al-Murakkab domain or hybrid contract because it combines the shirkah contract, shirkah inan fil amwal, with the shell plus contract, Aqdul Bay, and grant made on the basis of promise of mutual promise, wa'ad or mu'ada. In the realm of contemporary mu'amala fiqh, the problem of hybrid contract or uqud murakkab besides Sharia financial institutions, product and instrument of wa'ad, promise of mu'ada, mutual promise, which are legally binding, wa'ad mulzim. It is interesting discussion. It is because the issue of hybrid contract and wa'ad is a contemporary topic that involves discussion and different opinion among fiqh ulam scholars regarding in legal status. Thus, it is necessary of conduct research to provide legal certainty regarding the Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract as the implementation of the hybrid contract and legally binding promise or wa'ad mulzim. Problem identification. Firstly, what is the concept of Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract in the Fatwa of National Sharia Board Indonesia Ulama Council or DSN-MUI? Secondly, what is the ijtihad pattern of National Sharia Boards Indonesian Ulama Council or DSN-MUI in the Fatwa concerning Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract. Research method. The research method was conducted on a normative judicial. The research specification used descriptive analysis. The type of data used secondary data. The data collection method used library study. The data analysis was constructed to secondary data qualitative. Discussion. In the Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract, several contracts were conducted in parallel as follows. The Syirkah Inan contract is a contract conduction by two parties sharing or coverage or enclose their will in different amounts to be used as joint venture capital. To promise one in contracted by the sharik or customer to another sharik bank to buy the goods supplied by the bank and purchase of capital goods in constructed by customer by installment. This contract is a hybrid contract domain and a legal binding promise was legal status is disputed by contemporary fiqh ulama. The opinion of ulama were prohibit based on child agreement on the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad SAW were prohibits two transaction in one transaction. Al-Za'tari status that this is no prohibition under law regarding the merger of two contracts in one transaction. Whether the merger is included in the domain of the exchange contract, mu'adah, or the social contract, tabaru'at. This is based on the generality of the agreements of the argument that order the fulfillment of the contract in its requirements. Therefore, the contract of hybrid contract al-uqud al-murakkab in the Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract as stated in the Fatwa of the DSN-MUI does not violate the principle of hybrid contract problem as previously stated. In addition to the concept of hybrid contract in the Fatwa DSN-MUI related to B Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract, 3 is the concept of a promise wa'ad as an instrument to default a portion of one to the partner. In the Mu'amalah fiqh literature, the declaration of legality binding promise or wa'ad mulzim is the area of debates and discussion of ulama, the law adopted. Muhammad Rawas Al-Anji promotes the strongest opinion, stating that a promise is legal binding if is relative to a certain cause and included in the clause of the contract. To ensuring legal certainty in doing business in Sharia financial institution or LKS, the DSN-MUI has regulated by using a special fatwa regarding famous wa'ad, namely the fatwa of DSN-MUI number 73 concerning promise wa'ad in Sharia financially and business transaction. In substance, this fatwa is a discussion regarding the obligation of fulfill promise in business activities in Sharia number. Conclusion. The Musyarakah Mutanaqishah contract in the Fatwa DSN-MUI used the concept of hybrid contract or uqudul murakkab and binding premise Wa'ad Mulzim based on the strongest opinion that the law is permissible. The istihad pattern used by DSN-MUI in stipulating fatwa concerning Musyarakah Mutanaqishah based on the proposition in the form of Al-Quran, Hadith, the agreement of the scholar, the opinion of classical and contemporary scholar, and maslahah considerance. Thank you for attention. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all my presentation today. Thank you for being. I hope my presentation will be useful. See you again in the next event. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.